Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either Real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And Patreon, become a member, all that jazz, and wraithx.eth domain name. So we have a couple things to go over. We'll start with OMI. OMI is down about 7.8% today, down to about 0.0074. I did use this opportunity to finally get 158 million OMI. I'm 2 million away from that 160 mark. Hopefully I'll get that within the next couple of weeks. I'll keep you all posted. That might be as much as I can get. If I can get more, I will. If not, no big deal. But yeah, we are down today. Bitcoin's relatively flat around the last 24 hours. I think it's down about 0.1%. Well, we're obviously down quite a bit. You can't have a 10% rise without expecting to go down a little bit. We do have less than $1 million in volume at 997,000. But I do want to show you guys something. In January of 2021, we were at quad 035. And at quad 035, it doesn't take too much to move it. And then about a week later, we were at quad 074, nearly double. And what happens after that? We have about 5 weeks after that, in March, going from quad 07 to 007. And that is in the course of about 5 weeks. That's over in March. And then later that March, we lose another zero on March 19th to 1.3 cents. So 0.013. So in the course of 2 months, in February going from quad 07 to March going to 0.013, we go from 4 zeros to 1 zero. We lost quite a bit of zeros. I feel, and again, this is without any exchanges. This is with a little bit of OMI utility that they had. They had OMI to gem. So I feel like this time around, 2.5 years later, when we finally get OMI to NFT, and we get a new exchange. So this will probably happen in Q3, where I think OMI to NFT, because that is a priority for us this quarter. We're going to work really hard on that. I'm not expecting that this quarter. I'm expecting them to work on it, make some progress on it. They'll keep us updated. And then they'll roll it out for everyone probably in Q3. And what happens after we get a little bit of OMI utility? Well, they're probably going to have us on exchanges, or at least one. So last time we erased 3 zeros without any exchanges, without Marvel, without Disney, without any peep of what a Veveverse might look like. And by that point, we'll have the first iteration of Veveverse. We'll have our showrooms. We might even have teases for the IP branded worlds at that time. What do you think it could do this time? Now, granted, last time it was in a bull market, but again, you really had nobody going out and saying, "Oh yeah, let's go on this Coinbase or Binance." And I'm not saying we get those right away, but it'll be a lot easier it'll be a lot more accessible for people. And then you might also be able to have it on the app. So, Jordan Rees had a video yesterday come out that he believes it could be 0.008 to 1 penny by the end of this year, and then 15 cents by the end of 2024, which is absolutely bananas. He does have a lot of OMI. He's got like 133 million-ish, give or take. Hopefully he catches up to me soon. And then we'll get my prediction for the end of this year was half a penny. We lose a zero. Maybe we do a 10x by the end of this year, and a couple pennies probably by next year. Again, that's just my predictions. It's not financial advice. I just figured you guys would like to see a little bit how quickly things can change. Quote Hillary Duff, in a moment, everything can change. But here at the Real Randy Chavez channel, we don't just talk about OMI. We talk about the whole Veve market at large. So we have Veve Fox, the rootless girl, saying, hey, here's the monthly market update for March of 2023. The active wallets was down a little bit. It went from about 30,000 active wallets to 28,618 active wallets. And the amount of traders and buyers kind of stayed the same, 170,000 for the trades. The amount of buyers were 14.7 thousand. The amount of sellers, though, has gone down a little bit. It went down about 6% to about 17,000 active sellers. That means that the amount of people selling were less. So you have a lot more people hodling. The amount of tokens minted happened to go down a little bit to 89,000, which is down about 19%. So it did go down a lot. And the amount of minters, people that had minted a token, was down to about 21,000, so that was about 9%. But on top of that, we had 692 accounts merged and the amount of tokens transferred via merge were over 15,000. It's 15.9 thousand, so almost at that 16,000 token transfer mark. So obviously, whales are continuing to be whales. The people that don't really have a lot, that's not really changing. But it looks like the people that are increasing their portfolio and increasing those ones in the middle, those are tend to rising a little bit. So that's really exciting for me. Anyway, moving on. In the course of 1 hour yesterday, or like last night, like 20 something hours ago, David had gone on and said he had tweeted, "Take a chill pill 3 different times." Some people are speculating one of two things. It's either Dr. Mario, which I don't know why you would come out with Dr. Mario first, as he's like one of the least favorite Marios, or the Matrix, blue or red pill. What are you going to take? And this could just be him saying, let me confuse these guys. Let me lead them one way and then drop a whole other thing. I don't know. But we'll comment down below your thoughts on him saying chill pill 3 times within the course of an hour. Thought I'd be pretty excited about that. Anyway. But we did have Veve Viral go and post, while most are focused on Dumbo's, team members' bags, and what you does with his Veve collectibles, I'm focused on setting myself up for 2025 with significant first appearances and OMI. By then, I'm betting on utility, exchanges, Veveverse, some level of interoperability, and 2023 to be forgotten. And David, you had liked that tweet, so thought it was interesting. We do have from Metadopter or Seb3 over on Twitter saying, the fact that people are leaving Veve, are still talking about Veve, makes me very bullish. Patience is a virtue. I agree. And then we had Oscar Richard Frontera over on Facebook saying, sold Chucky and his bride for another Hulk. Who else is doing what it takes to stack Hulk? And he's not incredibly hard to stack. He has like $40-something per Hulk. But this is the first appearance of him. Are there going to be more first appearances of Hulk? Yeah, if you have a red Hulk, which is different from the classic green Hulk, he should be a first appearance. Gladiator Hulk, Maestro Hulk, Kid Hulk, Zombie Hulk. There's so many different Hulks that you could have. And yeah, they could all be first appearances. Remember in that Deadpool one, in the Marvel Mighties? Yeah, we had Deadpool before, and X-Men Deadpool is not, kind of different. But when you had Zombie Deadpool, Kid Deadpool, Howard the Duck Deadpool, and Dogpool, yeah, those are all first appearances because they're all technically different. But this is the first appearance of Hulk. So yeah, it makes sense that some people would want to stack. Anyway, moving on. Crypto Rain on one of his last videos had said, I've been through these FUD cycles before in a crypto winter. Imagine how bad the FUD was in November 2020. OMI was worth 95% less than it is right now. The app was finally out, but almost no one was using it. There was no community at that point in time. The company was very low on cash. Yet if you could go back in time, and is that a sell time or is that a buy time? Is now a sell time or is now a buy time? People who sell at times like this usually regret it tremendously. The buyers usually do extremely well. We've had like peak FUD this last, kind of feel bad for some people that are selling, but same time, kind of not, because a lot of what people are doing, they're selling, and it goes into people that maybe don't have diamond hands, but maybe don't need to sell if it, triples or whatever. And the price at which people sell probably goes up. People chase those green candles. Very excited. We have Chris Severs says, end of the week Veve FUD buy, saying market floor on Amazing Spider-Man 2, the first appearance of Vulture. It was 175,000 that had sold at a 9.6 CGC. There were no sales above that grade, which is why I'm super excited for the first appearance of Iron Man that comes out tomorrow. That is quite a bit older than that. That is, or quite a bit more. It's not 175,000. It is like 270,000. So it's about $250,000. And the last sale was about 6 years ago in 2017. So be advised, first appearance of the Vulture only had 7,500 mints. First appearance of Iron Man have 10,000 mints, but it's $20 per. It is infinitely more popular character, infinitely more popular comic. I'm pretty excited about that. But anyway, Chris Severs had bought one of these, saying thank you Veve Official, thank you Marvel for making this so that he could buy it. Good for him. Anyway, moving on. Shout out to Veve Magic for getting Crystal Hefner over on her podcast, going over and just actually being friends with her. She has about 500,000 followers on the Twitter, and she has about 3.5 million followers on Instagram. So any new celebrity that can come and get in here is absolutely great. She did an interview with her. Totally go watch that. Super fantastic. Saying that they've gone to Disney World together. She's obviously in the app, and any time that she does wish to invest more, she will go to Veve Magic, and I guarantee you she tells her to buy a Walt. Why? Because that's definitely in most everybody's top 5. It's in most people's top 3, and a lot of people, maybe including me, might say that's probably the most important piece on the app. And yeah, three grand right now. That I think I can do a 30x in the next bull market. Yeah, I don't think $90,000 outside the realm of possibility. I think that's very easy to get, or very reasonable, I should say. We have Pie Life Fantasy we'll go over in a little bit, but first I want to go and say celebrate Earth Day with a very special Disney comic. Discover how Huey, Dewey, and Louie joined the Junior Woodchucks, the most famous scouting organization dedicated to environmental and historical preservation in Duckburg. That's going to come out on Wednesday, and for those of you that do not know, I have a friend that's kind of an expert in this, and he says, I like Louie because he's green, but more recently, the guy who played Ralph Macchio on Parks and Rec voiced Dewey and turned him into an MC. Mixed feelings, but not undeserved. Status, he was brilliant. Huey, who is smart, he's red. Dewey, who's adventurous, is blue. And Louie is mischievous, is green. So clearly there's some fans of people out here, and I'm excited for that comic. All right, the Pie Life Fantasy. We have 5 new, interesting characters. The last time we had one of these, the trailer for it made it look like a Fire Emblem game. It looked freaking cool with the swords, and people are commenting first appearance feet, and because one of them had like sandals, and it just looks awesome. And this time again, the trailer looks even better than it did last time. It looks really cool. We have 5 different rarities, obviously common all the way through secret rare. If you add all of them up together, obviously taking 9 away from each, there's 7,590 of them. And you do have to multiply that by 30 because it's not $50. Thank God, it's $30 per one. If that sells out, which I think it should, the bots should probably go for that because, again, secret rare will probably be well above retail because that only has 888, which means 798. So if we sell out, that's $227,700 for Veve on that drop, not including the $200,000 that it gets from the first appearance Iron Man. So that'll be about a $500,000 day for Veve if you include the grossing of the drops and the secondary. So shout out to them for that. So not only do you have Veve ads over on Facebook and on Instagram, but someone named Z had told me the other day or yesterday over on my live stream saying, bro, I just swiped past a Veve ad on Plenty of Fish. Dead serious. I swiped left on the Veve ad, LMAO, oops. I always swipe ads left and notice it was Veve last second. I did the same thing with the Rhyhorn back in the day where I was just I was training my Needle King, surfing. Yes, I gave him surf. And, going, and I accidentally killed a shiny Rhyhorn with a surf. Oh, bad times. Anyway, they're choosing some really interesting places to go and advertise. I don't know if I agree with that. Like I said, if you want to advertise the Veve app, it might be better to go and advertise to Web3. Veve might not be a sole Web3 company. It definitely has Web3 elements in it. People that are into Web3 would definitely be interested, especially because of the IP. You market the token, you market Veve. I don't know how many. Maybe if you're on Plenty of Fish, maybe. I mean, clearly, there are users on there that have that. Again, when I see ads, whether it's on Reddit, it's on Facebook, I don't have Plenty of Fish, but I imagine on there too. I just see them as annoying, and it makes me not want to click on them ever. So, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this type of marketing, but they're trying. I think they're wrong, but they got the spirit. Anyway, moving on. Unfortunately, Disney did not buy WWE. That had closed this morning with Endeavor, who is parent company to UFC. No, not Endeavor from My Hero Academia. I love that character, though. It is Endeavor that is parent company to UFC. All right, Platinum Posters. We have 2 different people talking about this. We have OMI Daily Burn, which says there are 134 Mickeys, 91 Donalds, 111 Minis, and 134 Dumbos those posters were redeemed. And then we also have Veve saying there's 91 Donalds, 109 Minis, 134 Mickeys, and 137 Dumbos. So the only thing that was really different was the Minis. One said 109, OMI Daily Burn said 111. The Donalds were the same, and the Mickey and Dumbos were the same. So either way, there's not a lot of these. These are the scarcest Disney posters. The only ones that are scarcer than this is the Black Panther Wakanda Forever poster, and those have sold for like over $1,000. These are part of the 100th anniversary. There's a lot of layers to these, and these are only going for a couple hundred. I'm not saying these should go for 1,000. Maybe the Wakanda Forever one that should. I don't know. As far as the artwork is concerned, I do think Dumbo is the best. Mickey and Minnie are pretty solid. The Donald one is meh, and you could even tell that the Donald one is, only 91 people had gone on and done that. But we'll keep you updated on how many of these there are. There are about 1,923 potions that we had. Obviously, take out the 90. The potions that uncapped were 470. So you have about 1,363 left. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Subscribe.